Hello, my friends, and welcome to my channel, The Bridge for Women Worldwide. I'm very happy to see you indeed. Today, I will present a new episode of Stories of My Life series. It's about my early childhood memories that are typically vague and skimpy, probably like yours, but let me try, okay? The winds of life may be strong today and not strong tomorrow. And what we know about them is that many facts or memories naturally go to the winds, evaporate, disappear. But some memories stay forever. Here's one of my lasting memories about my first nanny. We lived in Stanislav, now called Ivano-Frankovsk, in the west of Ukraine, where I was born and lived for about 4 years. Our young family became very well established there, having two good jobs. Later, however, we abruptly left for Dnipropetrovsk to live in my grandma's house. Why? Why they had to go, I don't know. They wouldn't say. I only remember that everyone was crying at the time of departure. When growing up, I was able to pick up the pieces of the puzzle and hear some coherent picture. Listen, my father was a chief engineer at the chocolate factory, and as such, he received a decent supply of basic foods like flour, butter, sugar, cocoa, so the family could barter them for some other goodies or services. Remember, it was a post-war World War II ruined and devastated Ukraine with everything in short supply. But my family managed to get by. Soon, a neighbor was hired to be my nanny. She was a Polish lady called Pani Penyongichka, a really loving person who I was lucky to have from the start of my life. It is important to mention that ever since the student years, my mom has been a great theater goer. And in the former Soviet Union, the best theatrical place was, of course, Moscow. A close relative, my mom's cousin Maria, Musa, happened to live in the very center of Moscow, and she lived near Taganka metro. At 4 years of age, I was old enough to accompany my mother to Moscow and be left in care of Musa's mother, while the young women ran around Moscow enjoying theater, opera, and ballet shows. Upon our return to Stanislav, we, however, learned that something very important happened in our absence, and my nanny, Pani Penyongichka, dutifully reported this to my mother. Breaking the news, that's what it was. There was a failed attempt on my father's life by the local terrorists who hid in the forest. The terrorists too came and shot through the window at night. Fortunately, the bullets hit the wrought iron bed frame, ricocheting to the cupboard. My father, Anatoly Vaitanik, wanted to keep the murder attempt secret from my mother, not to frighten her. However, my nanny Pani Penyongichka brought it up, saying, "You know how much I care about little Inachka, that is me, and how I respect your family. But my husband and I, we know the local bandits well. Once they learned the name and address of the former Soviet Army captain, they would keep trying to kill him. Why? Because they are against everything Soviet on principle. This means it would be safer for you as family to go back east." My precious nanny With me leaving, she would lose her stable income. Plus, there was a lot of mutual love and respect in our families. Of course, after World War II, safety was questionable anywhere in the country, but better safe than sorry, as the saying goes. Anyway, we all left immediately for Dnipropetrovsk, where my father continued his career at yet another chocolate factory, and I was changing hands with a variety of different nannies, none as good and loving as Pani Penyongichka, none. Meanwhile, Pani Penyongichka kept sending us gifts for every Christmas, and I remember my pretty dresses made of silk that she procured at the local Stanislav market, something impossible to get at the time in the eastern region of the war-devastated Ukraine. And it was the attention that counted, her continued love across the big country, and her unwavering attachment. The more I think about my childhood and about my first nanny, Pani Penyongichka, the more amazed I am at the sheer depths of human emotion and protective mother-like actions that she took against her personal interest when she had stepped forward and told our family to relocate back east. Many things in my life have gone with the wind, but the important ones stuck in my heart and pop up in my memory from time to time. My first nanny among them. Thank you, Nanny. You are not gone with the wind. I will remember you always. You are one of my guardian angels. I learned so much from you. 1, true love. 2, loyalty. 3, commitment. And I kept these values in part because of you. They are not gone with the wind. They are forever. They make me what I am today. And as I pass them to my near and dear, we'll keep the world running. Promise. Thank you for listening, my friends. Please subscribe to my channel, The Bridge for Women Worldwide. I salute you. And bye-bye for now.